We're back
with another episode
of the Breeze and Bants, baby.
Breeze and Bants, sniff them pants.
Sniff them pants, going on rants, talking about all sorts of shit. I can't. I failed it. Anyway. I haven't actually seen you since you've been away.
No, this is the first time.
You look like you got a little bit of a brownness. Have you been on the sunbeds again?
No, I haven't been on the sunbeds. It's called liver failure.
Liver failure. Oh yeah, you got fucked up. He broke his sobriety as well.
Broke my sobriety. 367 days I done. And can I just tell you guys, it was emotional. I've pretty much had nearly a week hangover.
Really, that bad?
Yeah.
Mad.
I've had mind fog the whole week, man. I've been tired constantly.
It's a good job you had a week off work, innit, really?
I would have been fucked. That Monday, I had a drink, and I was like, my anxiety was like mental. It was fucking through the roof, yeah. I hated it. Like the airport and that, I was like, I don't know, I get real nervous, need the shits, obviously. Like, I had the shits well bad over there as well, and yeah, I lost my phone.
Talk me through it. What did you get out to? What did you do? Because I genuinely haven't spoke to you.
So, Friday, got there about 11 o'clock at night, and we went full send straight away.
What, was that the night you got fucked up?
Yeah.
Because I've seen the video of the table.
No, that's the next day. So I got in at like 5 o'clock that morning.
Right.
Woke up at like 9:30. I think 10 o'clock was back at the pool fucking drinking beer.
Oh.
And like someone that hasn't drunk for that long, it was a fucking madness.
Literally in the chair, eyes rolling to the back of your head.
Yeah, and then I carried on drinking the whole day. And we went on this fucking sick boat that my boss got us, and it was fucking sick. Like Conor McGregor had it like 2 weeks before us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Like, it was fucking mental.
Business must be booming.
Yeah, it was banging. It was fucking banging, to be fair. And yeah, once in a lifetime opportunity. And yeah, I was fucking fucked and pretty much was asleep on the boat, sleep at a restaurant table.
Do you feel like you wasted a bit of it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
So what
I wish I'd done was I started drinking at the restaurant and then started drinking.
You could have just like the first night,
because I couldn't even go out on that night.
You should have just done like the first night had like 2 or 3 beers, and the second night gradually or you should have done like 1 beer, 2 glasses of water, 1 beer.
But that's the thing where I just fucking drink, and once it starts, it's like Pringles, and once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm like when I'm on holiday, because it's so hot as well.
Yeah,
you constantly need to liquidate.
It was like 34 degrees out in the fucking sea. Like middle of the ocean.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But yeah, banging, like jumping off the boat into the sea and going on jet skis and that is fucking sick.
So what have you learned? What would you say if someone, all right then, cool, someone's been sober for a year, yeah, their mate stag do's coming up or whatever,
and they're thinking about drinking.
Don't
do it. Whatever you do, don't do it.
Why?
Because it doesn't feel good. Like whatever your bad experience or whatever from it was before, it's once you start drinking again, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. Even
nothing's
if it's just
changed.
Like
even nothing's changed.
I suppose you feel like you've just wasted that year as well.
Yeah. Well, no.
Did you kick yourself after at all? Like, were you
I was proper pissed off.
Yeah.
Like the next day, I was like, "Fuck! So why did I really?
I've done it now. I may as well go again."
Yeah. And that
slope.
was the mentality. But since I've come back, I've had 1 beer.
Done 22 lines of coke, 98 beers,
4 grams
and that was just Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
I haven't slept.
Have you been back to the gym since you've been back?
No, I haven't.
No,
nothing. I've been that fucked.
Can tell. I'm joking.
It's the fucking first podcast where someone's gonna get banged out on us. At least we'll go viral. We'll be scrappy.
Fucking influencer boxing match next week. None of us are influencers.
Me versus Al Brook fucking getting banged out. Al Brook beat me up, to be fair.
Yeah, so cool. You had a good time though.
Yeah, it was good.
Cool.
What you been doing?
I don't even know what's just. It's a blur. It's a blur. I'll tell you what I have felt. I felt like. So I got a friend. She lives in Turkey. You know, she's cool. And when she comes back, she always says to me like, "Now I'm back in England, it doesn't feel like home." That's exactly how I feel about America. Since I've been back, I've not felt at home, like at all.
Really?
Yeah, and it's fucking me off because 90% of my day is me thinking about, I wish I was in America. And I've literally only been there for 2 weeks. Like, I've not struggled coming back because I'm like, it's normal, it is what it is. But like, I've got proper holiday blues, but like, it's lasting forever. Like, I'm literally counting down the time till I go again. It's nuts.
That's mental.
And I didn't think I'd have it. And
so,
obviously,
it looks like probably next time you go out there, and you'll be fucking scoping out for when you actually move.
I don't know. Nah.
Unless Alena fucking turns around and shoots you.
Yeah. No, I don't think that. I just feel like, if after next year, I want to try to do it twice a year, but for a week instead of like 2 weeks at a time.
But then it takes you a few days to settle into it.
Yeah.
Because of the time difference.
I know, it's so hard. Maybe like 10 days. 10 days each time or something.
Yeah, 10 days ain't bad.
But it's been a struggle. On it, genuinely, like, I didn't want to say anything to my mum or anything because they're going to get like funny about it. Like, oh, you want to move away, blah, blah, blah. It's my fucking life. But yeah. That's that. And
actually, that was a madness as well. Like,
yeah. So obviously the last episode we've done was like all about like, it's a bit about like paranormal and ghosts and that. It's something that we opened up the sort of the door with. But then so my mum was messaging me while she was listening to the podcast to the point where we were talking about Ouija boards, and she literally so I put a video on TikTok like of the screen grabs of like the conversation. But basically what happened was she like messaged the group chat saying we should do a live Ouija board on the podcast, and I responded saying no. But the minute she said that, there was like a fucking disgusting ashtray on the side, and it's flat, and it's ended up on its side, rolled.
I told you that woman's got spirits.
And
that's what I mean. Once you do that shit, you open up yourself
a
whole
and it's
can of worms.
But like the thing is, usually
and she's fucking off already. She thinks she's coming in with us with
fuck that, not
with a cardboard fucking Kellogg's cornflake box and a fucking and a shot glass. A shot glass. Fuck that.
So
your mum and dad go, thought this, let's get the fingers. No.
With my parents, you could tell when they're pissing about. Do you know what I mean? Because they would have told me. Like they wouldn't like run a joke on for a week. Like they would have told me by now. And like, it's fucking.
I can see that happening though.
And then I was on the phone to one of my work colleagues.
Oh yeah.
And he's driving along and he's listening to it, and he rings me and he's like, "Josh, I shit you not, I'm listening to your podcast. The minute you start talking about ghosts, my glove box has just opened on its own." And like, I'd get it if it's like something that happens, like you hit a bump. Sometimes if it's a loose glove box, he said he's never done that. Like
so
ever.
Pretty much a brand new car as well.
Yeah, it's like literally a 23 plate.
It's not like a Nissan Micra.
Yeah, it's not quite a 04 Micra in grey. What's the number plate? No tax, no anything. It's fucked. I'm joking.
Right.
So I just thought it's fucking.
Yeah, that was mental.
It could be coincidental, but like, it's mad. And like, funnily enough, since I spoke about
your mum and dad, like, and you fucking Yvette and fucking Derek. Yeah, fucking scam artist bastards.
I was doing haunted house stories too. £5 a go, come to my house, it's haunted.
It's the new Enfield house, fucking charging fucking ticket money at the door, do you know what I mean?
Fucking take a van
in
his van, fucking driving around. My van's haunted. The carp wagon's haunted. If you told you about the stickers he's got on the back of it. He's got a sticker and it's a picture of a matey boy with a fishing rod, and it's like bent over, and it's underneath it's got in writing, "I love it when she bends over." And he's just ordered another one. And it's a man with a fishing rod, and it's like, hold it down, and it says, "I put my pole in and wiggle my worm, and bam, she bites," or something like, or bam, she's on it. And I'm like, no, you're not. He's taking my son out in that, man. Like, what the fuck? Jimmy Savile FC, fuck's sake. You probably can't say that, that's flagged. So yeah, that's what stickers he's got. It's quite embarrassing.
Fucking
imagine being a nearly 50-year-old man putting stickers Love you, Dad. So, it's fucking bad. It's bad. Especially he's got that fucking...
Beep, beep.
I love it when she bends
in the
her.
back of that van. Cheese.
The squad, man.
Big block of cheese. We've got dozen fresh eggs, 4 bags of tatters, and 14 blocks of cheese.
Oh my lord, I'm sweating, I'm laughing. Saying, has fucking been hot as well though, hasn't it?
And it just...
I went to that...
My belly button's constantly been leaking. It's a joke.
I went to Fordham Bridge Park on the weekend. I was like, that's where I nearly drowned my sister. Nearly killed her off.
It's a good little park, actually, isn't it?
It's like swimming pool, sand pit and everything. Sick.
FOC.
What?
FOC, free of charge.
Yeah, no, it is. They got like a little cafe on there, and I was like really gassed because in my memory I thought they sold like cans of beer, so I was like really gassed. Got halfway down, I'm gonna go get a beer now. Went out there and it's like fizzy pop and ice cream. That's like brilliant. Cheers. So speaking of being at a park and kids,
You haven't done any facts. Facts?
Oh yeah, go on then. Yeah, we've got far without talking about facts today. What facts you got?
So, I don't know if I've said it before, but we'll go again.
Oh fucking hell! Here we go. How many
animals can experience time differently from humans?
No, I haven't. Okay,
yeah,
this is news to me.
To small animals, the world around them moves more slowly compared to humans. Salamanders and lizards, for example, experience time more slowly because the percentage of time depends on how quickly the brain can process the incoming information. That's
wow.
Oh, yeah.
So does that mean...
Ask Jeeves that. Come at me.
Does that mean... Because obviously I said the other day about like time, I felt like it was more of a construct of like you're getting used to how much time's in a day, so it feels like it's getting slower. Or faster, sorry. So, but does that could mean that our brain's developing faster so we're taking time in faster, and that's why days go faster as you get older.
And that's when you're a kid, it goes slow.
Yeah.
Mind is blown.
Mind is blown. Mind altering. Ending podcast. Done. No. Okay, cool. My fact.
Yeah.
Brazil nuts are sexually transmissible.
Oh.
So, listen to this. So, for an example, if a man eats some Brazil nuts and has sex with somebody, his ejaculation has Brazil nut in it.
Right.
Right? So, if your partner is allergic to Brazil
nuts... That's what I was
nuts
going to say. What about... Yeah.
and you have sex with them, they will have an allergic reaction. Fuck. It gets better. If the allergy is known and they have sex and she catches it, maybe dies, that would be classed as manslaughter by negligence.
Really?
And if it was unknown but the man was acting illegally, i.e. rape, it would be constructive manslaughter. But if the woman knew that he had eaten Brazil nuts but decided to have unprotected sex anyway,
suicide?
That would be death by misadventure.
Oh.
So you'd get charged.
Fuck.
Imagine you met a bird on a night out. You didn't know she was allergic to Brazil nuts. You go back, give her the 1-2 crew. Next thing you know, she's fucking coughing up, gone white, dead, stiff as a board. You probably go again one more time, necrophilia. And then the next day, you're in handcuffs because you ate a Brazil nut. Have that, you bastard.
All I'm sensing there is another series of Making a Murderer.
Can't wait for that Netflix series. Depp v. Heard's on Netflix now. Excited to watch that.
Who?
Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, you know, because they did a
really?
Netflix series on it. Yeah, it's cool.
Bang.
Have you watched the Dallas Cowboys thing?
About the,
cheerleaders?
Yeah.
Rah.
Yeah.
Rah.
Yeah.
Rah.
Is it Reese, the little...
I don't know. I just think they're all rather sexy. I can't lie. Sorry, Lena. So there's that. They go through madness.
Yeah, I know.
And
they get paid peanuts as well.
Yeah, well, you know, that's nuts. But they probably get like sponsorships and that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because isn't that like international football as well? You don't get paid.
It's NFL, isn't it?
No, like football, like the Euros. Am I right in saying the England players don't get paid?
They get paid, but at a certain, like, I remember Ben Foster saying on a podcast about it gets paid like back when he was doing it. It was like $2,000 a player, but they get most of the money from sponsors.
Yeah,
and the money that they do get paid, like the actual match fee, they give it away to charities. Most of them.
It's good,
which is fucking good. That's
it is good. Like, we need more of that. Like, I started thinking, like, about that sort of thing, and then I just sit there thinking about everything else that's wrong with this world, and it's really annoying. Like you think
But
about
there's
the good
also
things.
yeah, but that's the way
I know,
that it's
it's
put
so
out
shit.
to us. Like everything's so negative. Like they want it like all to be so dulled down, and just boring. Like,
Nah, but
like imagine if the news was positive all day.
Yeah, but no, but
What would that do to the world?
I genuinely don't think it could. I don't think it could be positive all day because the world isn't positive all day kind of news possible because it's so shit.
But there's also so much good as well that you don't hear of.
Yeah, I know, but if you look at it in a sense of, we'll have to talk about it. We'll have to talk about this another day. Like, probably go deep on it because lately I've been like, I'm not fucking depressed or anything like that. I'm fucking happy. I'm chill. What I've got is good. I'm happy with like my life and all that. But when you think of the bigger picture and like politics and the way the world's going, taxes, all that sort of shit, you realise like I've just started to realise how fucked it is. Like how severely fucked it is.
Everything it like a lot of them,
and like what it's going to be like for the kids.
Like
and
the
shit.
kids, yeah.
And that perfect actually leads on.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to do that, but that leads on exactly to what I want to talk about today. So basically what I've done today is doing it slightly different.
Okay.
I've got 10 questions. And the questions are noted down for, I would put it as the social difference between children today to us as children and the cause and effects of it.
Yeah.
Right?
So children of this century and then the
Just
90s, and 80s? Or?
Nah, just like between us and what our kids are going to have.
Alright.
Or us and my little brother, for an example. All right?
Yeah.
So I've got some questions. And I think this is pretty, like, it's interesting. So, like, obviously we'll both, like, look at it in different ways, maybe. So, like, number one, how has technology impacted the way kids are raised and compared to previous generations? So, like, for me, we spoke about this before when we talk about social media, slightly. But, like, so, like, technology, because when I had my little boy, my first thing I said to myself was, I am going to be an active dad. I want to go out. I want to go make mud pies, build tree houses, go fucking throw eggs at each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, all that sort of shit. Whereas, like, you notice kids nowadays, they're very much inside social media, games consoles, all that sort of shit. Whereas, like, I was obsessed with the Xbox as a kid, but I still went out and did crazy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting there, and I think, like, when I was 16, like, I broke the law a few times, don't get me wrong, but it was for fun shit. Like, for me, I'm sat there thinking, like, I used to go out on a Friday night when I was 15, 16, tell my mum I was staying at my mate's house, but really there'd be 10 of us with a tent and a crate of beer and just go somewhere doing an all-nighter, make a little fire, drink loads of beers, lose your virginity, and have a fucking good time. And kids nowadays would fucking shit this. They'd have anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
Because one of them would be labelled a tree. The other one would be trying to sit on the fire because he's a frying pan. And, like, they literally have anxiety attacks. And I just, like, and that's down to, I think it's down to, like, social media, technology, that sort of thing, because they're so intrinsically sat inside all the time.
But it's also a bit down to the parenting, though, as well.
I mean,
a little bit.
All parents could push their kids out more, 100%, 100%. But what I think
because,
what they've
like,
done...
What you find, like, even I've done it a few times, like, is they're being little fuckers.
Take the iPad.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's easy, of course.
Calms the fuckers down.
And I think that's been pushed on as well, because I genuinely feel like you could look at it in the bigger picture. Like, for an example, this is great example for you, right? So take the past out of the equation, but you think of it this way. What we were just talking about, taxes going up, cost of living going up, life's expensive, right?
Yeah.
So to be able to live that expensive life, you have to work more, which means when you get home, you're fucked. You're tired. So when the kids are kicking off, you're saying, here's the iPad. So it's full circle. It's crazy full circle, you know?
I never thought of it like that, really.
Like, so if life didn't cost as much, work would be less stressful, you'd be able to get back, and you'd be more, let's do that. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you don't do that, but that's just an example.
No, yeah, I get that.
And I'm like...
And then you work in some weekends to get the extra income.
Yeah. And it's like, you've really got to weigh up what's more. Like, I've always said my core value has been make good works nowadays. My core value is, like, for me, has always been what is worth more to me. You know, like
family.
Yeah,
like,
family's always worth more to me, and that's why I've made some decisions that we've spoken about a fair few times. Like, that's why, like, well, I just like getting home early from work and stuff like that, you know. And so it's like I value, but it's whether your time.
Then that's I have started to come home early from work now, but I've got to leave early to get the early finish. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but then at the same time, I suppose it's worth it because the time you're tired is at 9 p.m. at night,
so
as opposed to
8 o'clock. I am fucking
kids are in bed by 8 o'clock. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like for me, I've sort of.
Well, my kids are fucking still awake when I'm falling asleep. They put me to bed.
So like, I don't know, like, but I definitely think like the kids not being able to do what, like, just go out and be adventurous is a massive difference between what we were and what they are now.
Like, what did you like? Like, what was your like? Can you like? When I don't know your youngest memory of like going out in the streets, like
a lot of them
was
were with you.
Yeah, mine was like going around the estate.
Yeah, playing football,
doing like you say
on
mud
the
pies
box.
And that, making potions.
Yeah, fucking all
spirit
that
cooking.
shit. Building dens in the little bushes around their nan's house.
Yeah,
fucking marbles, Pokemon,
banging. Marbles,
the Game Boy.
They're a game changer.
Remember how many fucking potholes the little holes used to dig on the green and flick the marbles in?
I used to go with my next door neighbour to Paul to go and get the marbles.
I went with you,
did,
yeah.
In that like pottery place.
Yeah, what was it? The old.
It was in Paul Pottery.
Yeah,
I think it was
called
in Paul.
It was in Paul. I remember that 'cause we went to
Pottery.
the beach that day and we went to the marble shop after.
Yeah.
What was the spaghetti one called? No. Because you had Spotted Dick.
Spotted Dick, yeah.
And there was one spaghetti, which was the one with the yellow like squiggles inside, all that sort of shit, like the rainbow
King
one.
Kong.
Yeah, the fucking massive one. You don't get that now. Conkers.
Conkers were a thing, yeah.
Fucking, like, maybe this is a little bit after you, but Beyblades and... Beyblade. Like, Beyblades, Pokemon cards, fucking all that shit. But
did you, like, the collectibles growing up? Tazos.
yeah, and Pogs.
Pogs.
Yeah. Get them out of the cereal boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Packets of crisps. No, what was the packet of crisps? Was that Tazos?
Tazos, yeah.
Tazos were in the packets of
Maybe
crisps.
you used to get like the bowls and the glasses out of the cereal boxes, like the Coca-Cola glasses, the
Coca-
bowls, Kellogg's bowls with the football.
Remember, you used to get the men out of like the Tetley tea bags as well.
No.
So can you remember like the men that you have on the Tetley?
Yeah.
You used to get them like in a box, like be on the side, like to promote you to buy the fucking thing.
I also remember it was like a board game, but it was football, and you had the little flickers, and it'd be like a football pitch, and you'd get the little things, you'd press them, and they'd kick the ball.
Yeah. I can't remember
those. Like going out and playing football on the street, like Nans Road, climbing on top of the Alecki box, the caravan,
snakeboarding.
The caravan. You remember the caravan? Fucking 2 doors up. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then what was the old? The flicker, the fucking the 2 sticks with a string in the middle. You'd fucking jog it up and then flick it in the air.
What is that? That's gonna annoy
That was
the shit.
banging.
Pogo stick? No, that's another one. No, but dance mat was a banger.
Yeah, like it's mad.
Absolute dance mat. I was a king on that.
Yeah, you were pretty good actually. I got 2 left feet. I was never good at anything like that. But like,
What the fuck's that thing called?
just not going out and fucking.
That's annoying me now.
Just not going out and exploring. And for me, like, I seen a question the other day, and it like really threw me off. I can't remember. I've on Instagram or TikTok or something, and it was like someone's kid come up to him and said, "How do I make friends?" Imagine that. How do I make friends? Because they're so used to making friends on the fucking Xbox, Facebook, all that. Like as
going
kids,
up to a person and actually communicate.
Yeah, people can't do it.
That's gonna like fuck people over as well with like jobs
that's
as
where
well.
like, anxiety comes and all this autism. A lot of it, that sort of shit, all comes from that. So like, because as kids, walk down the street, you'd see someone. How you doing, mate? Go over the park. People are playing football. Oh, can I jump in? Bang.
Yeah.
Well, the only place that still exists is the gym. I would say, for me. Because if I'm at the gym and someone's training, can I jump in? And then you get chatting and that sort of thing.
Yeah, you go like obviously like your kids clubs and that, but then again that's only
youth club.
Massive.
Don't even get fucking that anymore. That was crazy. Go with the little flame shirts buttoned up. Remember?
Oh yeah, they were sick.
Fucking.
I remember like doing some mad stuff at youth clubs. Like we used to have like sponsored overnight stays.
Yeah, the Baptist church.
Yeah. Good old Darren in the rain. He used to always hook us up.
They're quality.
They're the best people.
Decent people, man. They're good really people.
Good. They're generally, and they still do that now.
Oh, they still comment on my Facebook shit.
Yeah.
Like, they comment on my thing saying, Josh, you look like an amazing dad and all this. And I'm just like, and I seen him at a wedding, which I went to not long ago. And I basically spoke to him all night. Yeah. I was just fucking good people. Cool. Okay. So, we've just answered this. What are some of the factors contributing to the decrease in outdoor play and physical activity among children nowadays? Well, it's obesity, parents not wanting to go out and do things with kids at a younger age, and electronics.
That is like, you get... I've been in a situation as well. Still am a little bit. But like you say, obesity, like, that plays a massive factor.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I'm going to use, like, I'm not talking ill about my little brother, but like, he's always been inside, always been playing on his console. He's a big lad. Yeah. He's a big lad. And he struggled with his confidence a lot, but I've noticed lately that he doesn't give a fuck. And that's why he's willing to do more things, come to the gym, that sort of thing. So he's just got to the point where he's like, I'm an adult now, I need to work at it. I don't give a fuck, I'm going to work at it. And like, he's got autism, anxiety, fucking stress issues, fucking lazy issues, doesn't like going out issues, overweight, all this shit. And it comes down to literally sitting on the console all fucking day.
That just zaps their life.
Yeah, it literally drains.
Yeah. Luckily enough, I got to the age where Jay, my boy, he's literally just started now to go out and do shit. Like, literally every day now after school, he's like never in.
Yeah, and that's good.
And like, he's got himself a girlfriend. And
I know, I seen her at the park. I seen them together. I went to the park, I went to get Gray on the swings, and they were there, and Jan went, it's his girlfriend. And I was like, I was going, Jay, and I can't remember her name, kissing in a tree. He was like, fuck off, Josh, that's just my stupid cousin, ignore him. And I was like, don't fucking swear. And I was like, I'm only fucking joking. But nah, it's cool. Like, I feel like that's what people need to do. Like, if you're a parent, I think the biggest thing you can do for your kids nowadays isn't buy them the Xbox, isn't buy them the iPad, is literally go outside and build a fucking fort with them.
A den.
Yeah, anything.
Good old den.
Like, I'm lucky, like, I got a little park over there, but even I've noticed now I start taking Grayson out, like, once a week. Like, if I get home from work at a decent time, I'm just going to take him over to the park. After 5 minutes, he gets bored because he's a fucking, not even a year old. But he's out there. I'm showing him, when I get home from work, this is what we're going to do. Can't wait to be able to get home from work, go kick a ball, like, you know, that sort of shit. Because, like, and especially if, as a parent, you're not in a great way. For an example, like, my thought was, and I still think this is like, I'm not in the shape like I'd want to be in, but I know that when Grayson's old enough, I'm going to be able to go out and play with him, which is like exercise for me and that sort of thing. So you can literally look at things in such positive light.
Yeah, but like you saying, like people like the kids are falling into like the anxiety as well.
Yeah.
But where the parents are there eating the bad foods, not going out for getting the walks and sitting here and watching your fucking shit TV, that's then giving them anxiety, 100%. And then that brushes off onto the youngers.
100%. There's no doubt in that. No doubt in that at all. But it's technology, isn't it? As much as it's great, it's so negative to society. Like, it's crazy. Cool. Right. The other one I got is, again, we're answering these as we go along, man. In what ways has the role of parents in children's upbringing changed over the years? So what would you say is like the biggest difference now in like how your parents were with you, how you see parents with their children now, in a general sense? I don't think I'm in a great place to answer this personally, because like, as much as I love my parents, I know they listen to this, I do love my parents, but I didn't get taken out to play football. I got to go fishing. Cool. I liked it, but it's pretty boring. And the big thing I did do though is on weekends I was taking it on the motorbikes. Quite a lot. Like,
are they hot?
You know, so that was kind of cool. But like, what would you say like the massive like differences now? Because I think the work thing's quite a big thing. Yeah, like, people are working so much harder and not harder,
but like it's like you say though, where we're getting so fucked by the government and that. Like, it's hard to do things. I said to my mum the other day, I was like,
now it's like 70 quid.
I said to mum, I was like, you do realise like I'm very fucking grateful for what you and Dad like took me on all these holidays and that, because now
you can't do it.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Like, we're lucky because she's from America. We can just go to America and just pay for the flights, and we're pretty lucky, you know. But like, Yeah, kids these days don't get
because, like, back then, I don't know, 35 grand was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I seen a thing on Facebook the other day breaking down an average household income to be able to pay the bills, and you need to be earning 40k as a household to be able to manage. Like, this was in Manchester. Like, there was a 1-bedroom or a 2-bedroom flat. It's like £800 a month, and then if you look at all the other bills inside, if you both drive, both have a phone and all that, you need to be bringing home like nearly three and a half grand a month.
Fucking hell.
Which is crazy.
It's a lot, innit?
That's crazy. Like,
just to live.
Just to bare minimum live. Bare minimum.
What a fuckery.
Innit? And it just...
Like,
so
we're
like,
getting fucking side-fucked by these stories.
100%. 100%. We're going in about, like, listen, I don't want to get political too much, but, like, no matter what happens...
No matter what party,
we're going downhill. We are fucked. We are going to have 5 years of shit. 10 years of shit, and then it's going to get better. Hopefully. But, like, I've noticed, like, private rent prices have started to go down. I think people are anticipating it. Like,
because people can't afford it.
Exactly.
So they got to. It's going to get to that point.
Because otherwise, then no one's going to rent it.
Yeah.
So you're going to have
and
a
then
property
after
sitting.
and then big bankers come along and go, "Thank you very much."
But no, I definitely think like the massive difference between parenting these days is more like time spent. Like, people don't spend time with their kids.
As well, I'm a fucking sucker for this. Constantly on my phone as well, and that's it. Because you're so sucked in. They're looking at you. They're looking at you.
Have you seen that video of that bloke? So you got to YouTube it whenever you get a chance. If you're watching this, please, or listening, just you go onto Facebook or YouTube or TikTok and literally type in man on phone versus man not on phone. No, dad on phone versus dad not on phone. And what he does is he gets the same scenario. So it's 2 videos next to each other. The same scenario. Him sat down on his phone on one of them, and the other one he's not. And it's the difference in the kid's reaction. The kid's only 2. He doesn't know like he's being recorded. He doesn't know he's not fake, Yeah. And it's so different.
Mad,
it's totally different. And it's something me and Lena have actually had a conversation about because like we were bad for it. And at the minute, I don't want to say it's okay.
I need to sort that out. Like, that's the thing that I have to change for myself is on my phone constantly.
To be fair, most of the time I spend on my phone is...
But I am out a lot with my fucking kids as well.
Yeah.
Every, like... Most weekend I'm out. We're always doing stuff now.
Yeah, that's good.
So, like, there's never really a time where... Like, we might have the odd, like, day where we spend in, but we always go out and do something, even if it's just going to the shop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you. Here's one. Okay. So, what are the potential consequences of helicopter parenting and overprotective behaviours on children's development?
Helicopter?
Hovering. I think that means like hovering over them like all the time, like being like, oh, you're like basically mollycoddling them. Wrapping them in cotton wool. Like over parenting, wrapping them in cotton wool.
Yeah.
I think this is interesting
and this
to talk
is
about.
Because, I feel like...
Because I'm a bit like that. At the minute.
Yeah.
He's my first. He's young.
And then I feel like my parents cotton wool me a bit.
Yeah, and it can have negative effect, right?
Yeah. It has a massive negative effect.
Like
whereas for me, because my sister, she obviously moved out. Mm-hmm. We were very young. My mum had me late at 39. And... where I had everything, like my dad had a good job, took me on all these holidays, got me whatever I want. I remember one time when I was older in my teenage years, he bought me like one of these decks I wanted for like 1,300 quid. Bought it for me, like literally, and no issue. And it's where
you don't learn the value, do you?
No, and I was fucking looking back at that. I felt, fuck me, I'm so grateful for all that shit.
Like, I think this is. Go on.
Like the negative effect that it had on me was when it come to showtime, like where I was a little fucker in school. You didn't have the go. I didn't have the go to do it. I didn't have that drive to fucking succeed and be successful.
And I think that's something I told you a few times as well.
Yeah.
Like, not in a horrible way, but like, because the fucking thing with this cunt here, right, is anything he tries to do, he's good at it.
Yeah.
But you've never focused and kept like
that's...
DJing, golf, fucking anything you've done, you've been good at it, but you've never had the mental thingy to go boom,
Full
and just
send it,
fucking go at it. You did with the gym a bit, but then that dropped out, you know. But I think like all this shit is good to talk about because, like, obviously there might be people listening to this who are just new parents, or they are thinking about being parents, or like, whatever.
Because now I try to do the opposite with my kids. I'm like, nah, fuck that. You want that? Nah, bollocks. Yeah. Go and earn that shit.
Yeah. But
like some of them,
a happy medium, isn't there?
There has, because Jay's at that point now where he's wanting, like, literally wants a VR headset. Like today, he's like, "Can't you not get me today?" It's like fucking £200, man. I'm like, no. I was like, what? I was like, do
you make him do chores and shit?
No, but that's the thing. He's got such a shit attitude towards it at the minute because we have been doing that. Giving him them little bits, and now he's expecting it.
In reality, as well, we've got to caveat this with Nan and Grandad have never helped with that situation.
Yeah, I know.
Because they are very much, you want it, you've got it.
Yeah.
They were with me, not so much like the others, and with your kids, Jay, they were massively. Yeah. Gianna, they were massively. And the others, they are as well. They are.
Yeah, but
I think they do it more in an emotional sense now because the monetary thing isn't there as much now because of life and all that.
But what I'm saying is, what a negative effect that had on me was that come to getting a job, I was like, didn't want to. Mum, can you ring up this person? Mum, can you ring up that person?
Yeah,
because I was always scared to go and do that.
Yeah.
What would people now would call anxiety, because I wouldn't pick up the phone and ring that person.
Because you were being a bitch.
Because I was being a bitch. Because I was too scared.
The thing is, like, anxiety is a real thing. Anxiety is a real medical issue, and it can be, like, I believe my little brother has actual anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, I do. Because things that would better him, he won't do.
Yeah.
I.e., he won't even go get. He's only just started to be able to go get a haircut on his own.
Well, I don't know.
You know, he's growing, he's learning. It comes with age, but there's also these people who use anxiety as an excuse. You know, not so much an excuse. It's more of they think it's anxiety, but in reality, it's them just not being grown up. It's just them not
taking control.
Yeah. Just you grab it and pull it, do it. You know, and that's sort of how I've been.
Yeah.
Like, I've always, like, I do get nervous about certain things. Like, but I'm more, my anxieties come from, like, for an example, I think I've said this before. We're friends with a guy who, he's fucking stacked. He's a good looking geezer, yeah?
Yeah.
Right? If I get anxiety if I go anywhere with him. Right? Not because of him.
He's going to be watching this. He's going to be like, fucking...
Yeah, he does. He loves it. He's already said this. He's like, listen to your podcast. You make me sound great. But, like, I've told him this as well. I hate going places with him because when I walk in with someone, he makes me feel like the ugly duckling. Do you know what I mean? And that gives me anxiety.
Because he's so well trimmed and...
Yeah, he's just like, yeah, anyway. That's not my mental health. No. Alright, cool. So, okay, this is fucking cool. What are the effects of increased academic pressure and competition?
Josh, you need to break this down into fucking...
Okay, cool. So, basically, for all you fucking idiots, not joking. So, with like, when it says, I'll read it out anyway. What are the effects of increased academic pressure and competition on children's mental health and well-being? So, what that means is, how do you think, like, people, they're being compared, it's a competition. My kid's doing this at school. How's your kid doing? Yeah. And how does this make the children feel?
I've said this so many times, like, even to Jay now, because he's been doing his SATs.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
I think but the thing is, it means something to him.
Yeah, but just get the basics. I don't think it means, like, you got these people going to university, getting all these qualifications, and then working and ended up in Tesco's.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So, then you got the other half that's got these qualifications and will go and fucking thrive and do really well.
Yeah.
So it's about where you want to take it. It's how well you're
not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
But what you said, I 100% agree with. But I would look at it a completely different way. I would look at it in a sense of a social standing. Because remember in school, right? If you went to school and people were wearing the latest fucking trainers and you were wearing shit flickers, you were shit.
Yeah.
If people wearing
nothing wrong with goalers.
But this is the thing. People walking around wearing total 90s and you're walking around wearing Lotto trainers. You're a dickhead. Yeah. And that's how, like...
What was it? It was goaler and kickers back in my day. I had a pair of kickers and I got the goalers because I wrecked them.
But, like, nowadays, it's changed because we're in sort of like a nerd culture now. So, like, I think we are in a massive nerd culture, which is cool because that suits me, Dragon Ball Z right there. Like, that suits me, and I think in school, I'd have probably been a bit more popular now. because like I'm into that sort of shit. But I was also a goth, so maybe not. But like, what I think you look at it is if you don't get good grades in school now, you're down the social pecking order. Whereas back when we were kids in school, if you didn't get good grades, it didn't fucking matter because all the cool kids got bad grades.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's totally flipped.
Yeah.
Like 21 Jump Street's a perfect example. You watch the film, right? Channing Tatum, and they go pretend old cool, and he's like, he's wearing his bag. He's like, you got a one strap. You got a one strap.
Yeah.
But everyone's wearing two straps.
Yeah.
You know, that is a perfect example of life today. Like how it's all changed so much. Where like the more intelligent than like for lack of a better term, nerdier kids, the alt kids, the indie kids, they're hot topic. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Whereas nowadays, if you're like, because it was more like chavvy kids back in the day when they were like the cool kids that were fucking hard with chavs,
getting kicked out of lessons, all that. Yeah.
And it was like, but nowadays they're looked at as like scum, you know. And it's like it's mad. So with like the pressure,
so like that is in a way it's like a good and a bad thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard
like
because I think if it was the same people, so if we were acting like that now, it would be shit because you'd sit there and go, well, hang on a minute, you know what it's like to be at the bottom of the pile. Like like you know what I'm saying? Like if we were friends with someone who was a proper fucking nerd, back in school, and he was at the bottom of the pile, but now because he's older and he's a nerd and he's a dickhead, you'd be like, shut the fuck up, you've been there, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
But kids now, I think the pressures of like doing well in school, it comes from their parents, it comes from their teachers, all of this, and a lot of it can still fall back to the world we live in, like i.e. how much things cost, because kids are like, dude, if you don't fix up in school, you're fucked, because you won't be able to live.
No.
Parents used to be able to sub their kids. Look at Nanny Rana, perfect example. If you did shit in school, which you didn't do great, but you didn't do terrible, right? But if you didn't get a job, it was okay at that time because Nanny Rana were like, don't worry, we can help you out until you get a job.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that can't happen.
Yeah. Because don't they have to go to school until 18 now as well?
It's
Something mad.
Nuts. So I think there's massive pressure on them, and I think the mental health on kids for that is crazy because added pressure really affects anybody. It affects anybody. I don't care whether you're fucking the biggest. You go to the gym all the time. You fucking put your feet in the dirt. You take ice baths. You go to fucking see a therapist every week. Pressure will crack. You will crack under pressure, and I think people need to realize kids are kids. You know, because it starts too early. Fuck me, my niece, she's 6. She's fucking sex ed at school. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's mental.
Like, let them be kids, man.
I can't even remember like doing like subjects at like even like
they
primary
kids
school.
Be kids.
Like mine are like learning science and all sorts, and they're like year 4, 5.
Yeah, I think you've really
and
got...
it's fucking mad.
You've got to let kids be kids. Like, it's fucking
let
stupid.
them fucking chuck shit at each other.
Pea shooter, mate. Fucking have it, you mug.
Mine was slingshots back in the day.
Slingshot, fucking laggy band. The old bit of paper on the laggy band.
No, I was showing Janny the other day. Do you remember you used to get the old necklaces and you used to like biting hard?
I showed that to Olivia the other week, actually.
I literally showed Janet like literally 2 days ago.
The old fucking... Yeah, I know what you mean.
On Wednesday I showed her.
But like that sort of shit, like let them be kids. The schools just don't. Like when I was in school back in the day, you'd be playing fucking, what was it? Something jacks, not jumping jacks, but it was like you like chuck something on the floor. You got to pick some as much up or something.
What about knuckles?
Yeah, knuckles are the 50p's and you fucking spin it. Yeah,
knuckles.
Yeah, fucking
busted.
Scars people used to have from there as well. It was mad.
But do you ever get like the thing where they used to make kids pass out as well? Like they used to make them like hold their breath and like. That was just my dad.
All right, Epstein, calm down.
It's just my dad. No, but it was weird. Like I used to do like the whole fucking gas shit. I'd never done that. Like aerosols and shit like that.
Nah,
yeah.
I've never
done
that.
Nah.
Fucking scares the shit out of me, stuff like that. Fuck that. But nah, it's mad. They got to let fucking kids be kids. So, right. Okay. How has the changing family structure, such as more dual career households, which we've sort of spoken about, both parents working, or single parent families, impacted children's upbringing? Because like, did you? I'm gonna say something now. It sounds fucking stupid. You know when you're a kid and I mean, as you got older, there's definitely more single parent families.
Yeah, there
definitely
is.
more.
Yeah.
And there's also more people who go to babysitters because both of their parents have to work, right? Which you lose your relationship, and that can affect you mentally, socially, all that sort of stuff. Did you ever have the thought in school where like you'd have a mate and it'd be Christmas and their parents are split up and you're like, oh, they get two lots of presents. I want my parents to split up.
Yeah, I know.
It was always a thing. You don't realise how much that can affect you.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts. And like, now, I think back in the day it wasn't as bad because if parents split up, it tended to be quite amicable for the kids. You'd get a lot of like...
But then again, there was a lot of... like maturer, like back then. I feel like they're a lot maturer than what they are now.
People were more mature because they'd been through the shit as a child, going out, causing trouble.
Also down to the technology, though, as well.
But people learn
because there wasn't the Ashley Madison websites where you can go and get fucking. Yeah. It was just literally you're going out to a pub, you'll meet this person, speak with them, fucking maybe get with them for like many years and years. Yeah. Whereas now
there's so many avenues people can.
Yeah. You got the Instagram, you got all of that where you can. It's easily like you can easily go and fucking cheat on someone. Do you know what I mean?
And also, you were saying about people being more mature as well. When like even us when we were kids, the going out, the causing trouble, the learning, getting in trouble with the police, you'd shit yourself and you'd be like, right, you'd learn something, you know. Even like down to the smallest of things, building a tree house and falling out, you're learning, you're toughening up.
And it's also like people having like back then, I believe like my parents like they can have the adult conversations, whereas now if you're in your 20s and 30s, I believe like the conversations that we're having now as partners are not as like
they're
mature.
Juvenile.
They're like do you know what I mean? It's like I feel like that they're a lot more fucking mature.
I think the thing as well is with the effect on with single parents now, like if a kid's got parents who have split up, the difference between when we were kids, if my friend had parents who had split up, they got on. Nowadays, it's on social media. They're slating each other. They fucking hate each other. Oh, he's a bad dad. She's a bad mum.
And then the kids seeing that as well because they're on social media.
Exactly. And then their friends are saying, "Oh, my mum like this."
Yeah.
And then they fucking argue in front of their kids and they say all this shit. But where are the days where like, if your kid's out there and you're gonna fucking have a disagreement with your missus, you go in the room, shut the door. You know?
Yeah.
And just fucking talk about it. Like. That's a massive effect because so many kids are troubled nowadays from being from single parents. And like, listen, it's not everybody, and it's not like everyone's fault. I get like people break up and it's fine. You do what the fuck you want to do, but I just think if you're doing this and you're publicly slating each other, you got to grow the fuck up and deal with it behind closed doors, man. Like, not everyone needs to know your shit. I see so much of it, and it's fucking embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's fucking. Yeah, but
Okay, so this you literally touched on this earlier. What are the implications of the modern consumerist culture on children's values, materialistic attitudes, and understanding of success? So you were saying about the VR thing earlier, like how because the people, adults are so materialistic, right? So how many people do you know? Their parents say like, "Oh, I've got to have the latest thing," which goes on to their kids, which then makes their kids expect shit, you know, that sort of thing. And this is what I was talking about earlier about. It still goes on about people like if you go to school and you're wearing a fucking pair of trousers and they got a mark on, you're a fucking scab.
Remember like fucking back in like
my day, fucking holding me trousers, much give a fuck. Proper Oliver Twist, mate.
If anyone had Tesco's back in my day, mate, they were getting fucking savage.
Yeah,
like you're like, getting rinsed.
That's
all good to Tesco's. You know what I mean? Like them fucking
Tesco's where you buy your best clothes. Yeah. Nah, we had that. Unfortunately, I didn't wear great stuff at school. Nah, I did, to be fair. But like, I think the social media, we spoke about it again the other week, but like obviously we're more materialistic now because on social media we're seeing fake shit, we're seeing all these people, which makes us want it, and it's being pushed out on our kids. And like all of this goes back to like just let them be, like fucking let them go be kids, ruin their clothes, all that sort of shit. It's like, funnily enough, me and Lena, we had this conversation. She always said when she was pregnant, I'm not gonna let Grayson wear like Disney clothes, Mickey Mouse clothes, fucking Dragon Ball Z clothes, Pokemon clothes, any of that. It's chavvy, right? Mush, he wears that shit all day, every day. Why does he? Because it doesn't fucking matter.
No.
You know, it doesn't matter.
It means nothing.
What does it mean? Listen, when he's 16, I know he'll need a good pair of trainers. And that's about it. When I say a good pair of trainers, like Air Force Ones or something, because otherwise he's not going to get ripped. And that's the problem. The problem is, as parents, you worry about your kids getting terrorized for not wearing the right shit. And it's so fucking bad. It's so bad. Like, fucking look at pictures of your mum and dad, my grandparents. Did it matter?
They've never worn anything.
Did it fucking
But then
matter?
again, that's fucking like Bill Gates and shit. They wear nothing like of the designer.
That's how we should fucking be. Wear what makes you feel comfortable. Fuck me, I used to dress in fucking proper golf shit, some weird shit. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. Like, it was what I wanted to wear.
Yeah.
Like, you find things like, even music, man. Everything's like, it's proper like group mentality. You know, like school and shit nowadays is such like group mentality. You get like cliques and shit.
Yeah.
Like,
but that you get that everywhere. You get that everywhere.
When you're in school, like, obviously, because I think you did similar to me.
Like,
yeah, you had a clique, but like, I was still friends with all the others. Like, whether I was going through my little fucking emo phase where I was listening to like Slipknot and all that sort of shit, right?
I felt
The air rise up in me. Anyway, but like even then, I'd still go play football with the football lot.
Yeah.
Then I'd go to fucking Warhammer Club. Then I'd go home and play RuneScape, and then I'd play COD. And
Warhammer, Jesus Christ!
I mixed with everybody. But like nowadays, you don't get that. If you're into football, you just sit with your football mates, and that's it.
Yeah.
Football friends. Like, it's fucking...
Footballers and Warhammer ain't fucking mixing these days.
Nah. See, you cunt, I'll cut you first. How has the availability and the accessibility of information through the internet affected children's learning styles and the education they have?
See, I
personally think this is a good thing.
What? It can be good and a bad thing, because like what you just said there, the first thing that come into my head was like the negative that's going to affect, like, you got these young mums now doing OnlyFans, right?
Yeah.
Young kids.
Yeah.
And then later on...
And it's like, have you heard of Omegle?
Omegle?
If you ever hear it, fucking turn your kids' phones off. So Omegle was a bit like...
Mate,
do you remember, what was that? Do you remember the video website where you'd go on and you'd get hooked at random videos to a person?
Yeah.
That's an app now. It's called Omegle.
Ah.
And you just swipe him through.
A bit like Harry Mack, he does Omegle.
Yeah, like, it's fucking
Meets
weird.
people on there, then he'll pick like they'll rap for them, basically. Have you done know who Harry Mack is?
Nah, but I get the premise. Yeah. But like, so like, yeah, they'll go on this Omegle thing, and a random person comes up on webcam, and then you can you give each other shit, and then they swipe to the next person. Yeah. But imagine your kids on that.
Funny you should say that. So this happened the other day. My daughter on a call with one of the neighbours, near mum's. Yeah, one of our kids. And one of the lads joined. He invited someone else in, and it was like some 40-year-old man, bold man, just sat there. Fucking mate, that was it. Nicole, keep her fucking phone.
Yeah, nah, it's fucking...
Fucking, how scary is that, though? There's
people,
it's scary.
Predators out there. You've seen the pedo hunters, they're in fucking here.
I know.
Not literally in here, but like...
Surprise!
Sorry. Nah, but like... Because then they say, like, within, like, every fucking X amount of miles there's a nonce.
Fucking hell.
2 meters here, but like...
If I knew that, I'd go and do some damage, but yeah.
It's nuts though, innit? Like...
Yeah, that's so like, scary, and it's made me very aware of like her phone and shit.
Yeah, and they do kind of get protected in a way. It's weird, like they get rehoused and renamed and all that. Yeah. It's fucked up. But like, the benefits are like people can find the truth. So like what we talk about, like the conspiracies, government, all that sort of shit. it's able for other people to find. Like kids can do their own research, because it used to be in school, right? Here's the history book. This guy was a prick. This guy was cool.
Yeah.
Learn
it, and you got them books.
Yeah, and that's it. And now you can go fucking
actually,
Reddit.
that wasn't right. Yeah, this like do you know what I mean?
You can go Reddit. You can Google. You can fucking DuckDuckGo it and all that sort of shit, and fucking find out the truth. Like, how many people sit there and they think fucking like really fucking like. I'm trying to think of something now, but like, even like if you think about historic figures like emperors, empresses, all that sort of stuff, it's like, this fucking emperor fucking from Egypt was fucking amazing. Yeah, he was really good. He had this wife, Then you fucking go on DuckDuckGo and you do a bit of research and you find out he was shagging little boys and all this shit. But then I was thinking about this earlier. I listened to a podcast and they were talking about it, which sort of like led me to like talking about this sort of shit, because like most historic figures, or in history, and I'm talking like ancient history, not like recent, not like JFK history, like Hitler history, that sort of shit. Before then, most ancient history, they were fucking kids. Yeah. And you go to school, you learn ancient history, that all these people are great. Yeah. It's like
all of them are
nonsense. But they're labelled as the great emperor, the great blah 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 blah, and it's always positive. Like, kids gonna go home, they're gonna go fucking on the internet, find out this guy was shagging young boys, and go, but he's the great one. You know? Yeah. And it's like, what the fuck? I never thought of it like that until today, and I was like, that's crazy. Like, I know it's getting a bit like hokey and a bit conspiracy, like I'm not saying teachers in schools are fucking nonsense. I'm saying like they're given a curriculum. Like, people are given shit, and that's another problem as well. Teachers don't even know what they're teaching kids these days,
because it's so old.
It's like doctors.
It's so old. Like, why are kids not like told to teach how to save money, how to
make friends?
No, not even how to make, but like
they should be
real life fucking skills.
Yeah. How to talk to people. Fucking, because people don't know. That's the fucking problem. It's a serious problem we have. It's like fucking nuts. But you're right. It should be like, why are they not getting social media safety? Yeah. Why are they not getting fucking literally how to talk to people, how to invest, how to make money. Yeah. Here's how we can create this. You should be going to school and they should be going, right, there's this guy, he's 30 years old, he's fucking started a Shopify or whatever, this is how he's done it, and now he's a millionaire.
What can you guys what can you brainstorm together to do?
Like they should be doing like the apprentice shit in school, like, do you know what I mean? Not like as like thingy, but like when you're in a higher year, they should be like asking you, because I think the biggest negative about like everything these days is people aren't willing to let kids teach them. Now, hear me out, because it's like, what are kids going to teach you? We can learn a lot from kids. As adults, you can learn so much from kids, because they're the next generation. They see everything and they adapt. They learn and adapt. Like we have, like, for me, like, obviously, you know my parents, I've learned and I've adapted. Like, I could teach them a lot. And, like, I'm hoping Grayson, by the age of, like, 16, when he's talking to me, I should be learning from him as well. Yeah. Like, about what the world is, what culture is.
How his culture is for him, and then how you can try and adapt to around
If you're not willing to listen to your children, you're never going to understand your children, either. And again, a lot of it goes back to giving them the iPad, giving them this. Yeah. Like, have a conversation. Where gone are the days of, remember you used to sit around the table and have dinner? Yeah. Like,
I remember that every Sunday. Like, Grandad used to just turn. We used to not be allowed TV on. Yeah. Having a roast.
Or you'd just have MTV on, just the music in the background. Fucking Backstreet's back. All right. Do you know what I'm saying? Every now and again, you'd get Limp Bizkit come on. Just keep rolling. Oh, like it's a madness how a lot of like,
but it's over such a short amount of time. Isn't
crazy
it?
Short. But what's the common denominator? Technology. Yeah. We've gone through a technology boom, which has changed everything.
Even the phones, like,
it's going to get worse. AI. People, genuinely, I've got AI on my phone now, right? And there's a mode on this AI, and I'll read out exactly what it is to you, because it's fucking sketchy. right? So I use AI for a lot. I fucking love AI.
AI.
Okay, here we go. This AI is called... Where's it gone? Social. Here you go.
It's called Diary Tips. Talk to me.
Role play. Okay? It's called role play. What role would you want me to play? Your friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, etc. So then what you do is you say, I want you to be my boyfriend or my friend. And it will text you as if it's a real person. Hey, how's your day been? What are you up to? So this is the future of relationships. You know that. So this is what people are going to live off.
They're going to catfish you, this motherfucker.
So you've got you think, because we are social creatures.
Yeah.
Humans, when you strip it down to the bare bones, you have to eat, drink, sleep, fuck, reproduce, right? Mm-hmm. That is and be social, right? You can get 4 out of the 5 of those right there in this house. You can go to the fridge, get something to eat, go to the tap, get something to drink, and be social on there. The only thing you can't do is fuck it. But guess what? You got fleshlights. You've got fucking fake women shit.
And they're making these robots and shit like that.
It's only a short amount of time until there's fucking sex robots, like that Humans thing you're on about, or fucking, what's the other one? It's a really good TV show about AI. It's Westworld. Fucking amazing. Watch it. It's really good. And it's not going to be long, and then we're fucked.
I think I'll carry on watching the cheerleading thing for months.
But this is the problem, right? If you sit there and you think, cool, how does that affect us? Well, here's one. You're fucking something that you can't get pregnant. Population's gone.
Yeah.
You know? That's the first thing. And all this AI can take over type of shit, Terminator shit, soon becomes a reality when the population's dropped by 50% in 10 years, and you're like, what the fuck?
How did that happen?
Oh, wait, because Derek down there, fucking Yvette over there, they're all fucking doing on Ouija boards. They're doing Ouija boards and fucking robots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's mad. So you just got to think, seriously think.
Because how, what, I can't remember what the ratio is that, the humans have got to, reproduce to keep the world, a stable. Because is it like China or something, getting, to a fucked part now?
Well, that's because they stopped
it was a one child, and now they've actually upped it. Now they've upped it.
Yeah, well, of course it will, because if you have a fucking country and you're going, right, you can only have one child, and if you're pregnant with a girl first, you can choose to get rid of that child and try and have a boy. They wanted the predominantly male, mainly for the military.
Right.
Cool, you've got 50% more males. Where's the kids coming from? You know? And no wonder they've got a massive gay community. Not in a horrible way, but social constructs, bro. Yeah. So, you know. So, yeah, I think that's it. It's been a bit of a serious conversation. I was like, oh, my God. I was, thinking.
It actually flew by, though, to be
fair. Because what I want to do is, I hear something on a podcast, I'm like, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it and put my own spin on it and tell my feelings, and as much as it's thinking about maybe if someone listens to this and they're becoming a parent or they are a parent and they're like, he's had fucking 700 kids, by the way, this guy, he's had 700 kids. How can what has he learned? Mm-hmm. What can I learn from him? What's he done wrong? You know, and that sort of thing. What's final thoughts? Anything?
No, I thought that was quite interesting episode, to be fair.
Yeah, I would say if you're a parent, if you're a new parent, or even if you're struggling or something, you may not be listening to this, but if you are, just sit down with your kid, have a conversation, spend time with them,
try and lay off your phone,
cut down phone time, and you lay off your phone as well.
Yeah, I've got to do that.
To sort of
I've got to try and get that down.
I want to try and do a thing when Gray's older,
but then again, you can work on your phone.
But I want to try to do a thing when Gray's older. When I get home, first hour, no phone. I want to lock it away. And then during tea time, dinner time, not have my phone either. Just put it away and try and get that.
Interact,
and
family
he may hate it at first when he's a teenager. And I'm like, no phones at the dinner table, bro. But when he gets older, he can then replicate that. And it's... this is, again, sound fucking stupid, but... rules like that and regulations like that and teaching people to not be so fucking reliant on AI technology could be the thing that saves humanity one day. As stupid as it sounds, because eventually, like I say, with people fucking robots and all that shit, which is going to happen, I'm not lying, there's only going to be a select amount of people who aren't doing that. You know?
Yeah.
Try and make your generation to be that person. That's all I say. Terminator, baby. Anyway, serious shit going down. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Should have said this at the start.
3,000 views on YouTube as well. That's fucking cool.
Nutty. And we're nearly at 1,000 listens on the podcast thing. So not nearly. We're like 70 off, but we're getting there. Getting there. So
Didn't we wanted to be there by episode 20, wasn't it?
yeah, we've got like 4 episodes. So basically, everybody fucking, if you're watching, like, share, rate, review. You know we're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook,
Twitter,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean. We're pretty much on everything. All you gotta do is search Breeds and Bants. And if you've listened to this, you've liked it, and you think it's fucking cool, tell your friends about it, tell your nan about it, tell your brother about it, tell your sister about it, tell your Facebook friends about it, tell your Instagram friends about it.
your robot girlfriend about it.
Fucking tell your robots about it. Fucking get on your little robot in your hand. Type in, everybody listen to this shit because it's fucking amazing. Gingers, Tubbies, everybody's in here. He's got 100 kids.
What
this
the fuck's he calling
It's a
Tubby?
good fucking time. Share it. Tell him to listen to it. Love.
Sharon's kid.